Oh boy. Once again, it's that time. Time for the Fike Club. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, or as Ned Fike says, hello America. My name is Richie Fike, and I am a 40-something father of a teenage genius.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm going to keep saying that. I feel like some things, it's like you keep speaking it until it becomes true. You know what I mean?
Well, it was already true.
I'm glad you feel that way. Guys, we are glad to be back once again. Last week, we left you with a real special episode with Edgar Allan Fike III, Pops, Grandpa, a.k.a. Coach Fike, a.k.a. Hello America. And we had a good, fun episode with him, didn't we?
We did. Sadly, that was pre-recorded, so we couldn't talk about Kawhi.
Yeah, so much has happened since the last time we recorded an episode, which is a couple weeks ago. LeBron went down in flames. He punched a chalkboard and broke his hand.
Pretty much.
And then he showed up at the press conference after Game 4 with a cast on his hand. I thought that was bougie.
It was pretty much him saying, hey, this is why I couldn't win, and also, bye-bye Cleveland.
You think so, for sure?
Oh, yeah, he's gone.
He gone.
He gone.
He gone.
He gone.
And then last week, I was in Nashville, not this past week, but the week before, songwriting, and just had an awesome week, man. We wrote like 9 or 10 songs or something. And
one of them was fantastic, and there was a couple others that were clearly
so just
out.
One. Out of the ones that you've heard, only one of them is worthy of your fantastic.
No, one of them is like, yeah, that's probably a top 3 song.
I gotta tell you, honestly though, Justus, like writing songs these days, I know what's cool to me, but trying to find a song that I think is cool to me that also is cool to you, that's a good challenge.
Yeah. It was like the song was really good.
You're talking about Good News.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I could say the song.
You can say the name of the song. We wrote a song with Travis and Brandon and a fella named Junior Gar, who is a Brit, and he's just a spectacular vocalist. Shout out to you, Junior, if you're listening. And it's called Good News, and it's really, really fun. It's a good song. So excited about that. But yeah, wrote a ton of songs. And, Justus, one thing I hope that happens for you in your life is that you find something in your life where you pour yourself out, but in the process of pouring yourself out, you are filled up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what songwriting really
is to you.
It's what it's been for me, especially, man, to be around the talent that exists in Nashville. I mean, some of the tracks that we were able to create in the moment for some of these songs just blow me away. Every time I'm there and I meet new people or I write with people that I already knew, I'm just blown away by the whole thing. And so, anyway, Nashville was awesome. Really humid there, though.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more
humid. That's what I heard from you.
Yeah, a lot more humid there than here. Played tennis a couple times while I was there, so that was good. And did a little...
making sure you're not rusty.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of guys that I play every time I go to Nashville.
Which is like 2-3 times a year.
Yeah. And so, anyway, it was awesome. It was good. So hopefully you guys will be able to hear those songs, and as they release, we'll let you know about them. Really, really fun. Anyway, so in that time, Jay, the NBA season ended. The Warriors swept. Is that what you predicted?
That's what I predicted. It's not what I wanted.
No, me either. I predicted the Warriors would win once we got to the finals.
Yeah.
But I was pulling so hard for LeBron. I just love him.
I knew I had hopes that maybe the series could go 6.
Yeah.
But as soon as game 1, I was like, nope, this is going to be a sweep.
I tell you what, I'm going to love him even more when he's a New Orleans Pelican. It's going to be amazing.
They've been talking about that on like Get Up and First Take, good fits, and they said one of the top 5 is the Pelicans.
You heard it here first. Okay? Is that true or not?
That's true.
Because when I told you, bro, what if he played for the Pelicans? You're like, nobody's saying that. Nobody thinks that. I was like, I think that. And now look at the way the world is turning. Guess what? He's not playing for the Pelicans. But I'm still, hoping against hope kind of a deal.
Speaking of teams that we love,
yeah,
the Nuggets had a fantastic
We're going to
draft.
talk about that in Boss Moves.
Yes.
Talk about the draft. But yeah, the draft was Thursday night.
And the draft is probably one of my 3 favorite nights. NBA draft, Christmas, and my birthday.
Wow. What about, you really like July 1st too? Because of free agency.
Oh, yeah. That's probably 4. But the NBA draft is exciting for me.
Bro, when you woke me up a couple years ago to tell me that...
Last year, you were just watching... You were watching some... I think you were watching a late night show.
Yeah.
And I just come in, I'm like, blah, 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 sign with blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. No, you woke me up one time. What's the guy? I can't remember his name, but it was a super random... dude that I've never heard of. And you're like, Dad, wake up. It's 2 a.m. I'm like, what? And you're like, this dude signed with the Charlotte Hornets. And I'm like, I don't care. Go to bed.
I didn't go to bed that night.
I know. You're a nut job. You're crazy.
I was like fantasizing places where people would go and then like how I would build a team.
So maybe that's it.
2K,
maybe
like, this is what I would do if I'm him, doing blah, blah, blah.
And I think that if you were a general manager one day, maybe that's the kind of thing where you would pour yourself out and you would feel filled up at the end of it. Especially if you land a guy like MPJ.
Or somebody like LeBron James
Right,
Jr.
for real. Oh, LeBron James Jr. Man, wouldn't it be amazing if he's better than LeBron?
Oh my goodness.
That's not possible, is it?
It's possible.
No.
Have you seen his sons play?
I don't care. You can't be better than LeBron.
They're like actually fantastic.
Okay. All right. I hope to see it. That'd be pretty amazing.
They'll be in the NBA. I can tell you that.
He has multiple?
All 3 of his male children, or I think 2. I think he has 2. And I know he has 1 girl and a certain amount of boys.
What happened to your boy, LiAngelo Ball?
He's not my boy.
That's your boy.
That's
never lost.
That's the opposite of my boy.
You love those dudes.
LeVar is my boy because it's just funny to see him talk about.
What about his long-lost Spanish relative, La Biblioteca?
Biblioteca Ball.
Oh man. So anyway, we summer is in full swing.
Yeah.
And you are doing these workouts.
Yes.
And they're killing you.
They're not killing me to an extent. It's the massive amount of workload. My thighs and my knees feel like they're going to die inside.
You have thighs of steel. I've said that your whole life.
Have you?
No.
I was like, Daddy, no. I don't think you've ever said that. But speaking about physical health,
man,
we've started a big diet.
This is big news for the Fike family. And this is, if you know me, this is big news for Richie Fike. I think it's going to be incredible for you, Justus, and it's going to be really good for Mom as well. We have started, keto.
Yeah. I thought it was Kiba.
Kibo?
I thought it was Kiba, like a Japanese thing
like
or something.
Tebow, like Tim Tebow?
Tim Tebow.
I'm on that Tebow diet. You know what I'm saying?
Tebow diet.
Say, bro, what you know about this Tebow diet? What you know about this?
It's all carbs, no fat.
That's the Tebow diet?
Tebow diet.
Say, bro, let me let you know about this Tebow diet. You don't know nothing about this.
You have to make sure you have the egg haircut.
He's got the egg haircut?
Did you see him a couple years ago? He had
when he had the friar tuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, bro, we on that keto. Let me let you know about this keto. So, keto, here's the rules for keto. No fun ever. That's the rules for keto.
Ever since we've started it, every time you have a tennis match, you come up to me and you're like, "That was the most grueling match I've ever had."
So they have this thing. So keto, if you don't know, it's apparently super effective. So a friend of mine, Mike Murray, who's my publisher in Nashville, started keto. I don't know when, 6 or 7 months ago. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. He's lost tons of weight, 40 pounds, something like that. Our sound guy, Jake, who's an awesome guy, who was already kind of slight. I don't know why he needed to lose weight, but he went on keto, and in like 4 or 5 months has lost 30 pounds. Somebody else I know lost a ton of weight on keto. And your mom has been listening to these, like, incessantly listening to, like...
And she's always like, guys, what about this new recipe, this recipe? I'm like, just feed me the meat.
Yeah, so she's been listening to keto podcasts, which this is not an official keto podcast, just so you know.
This is not.
Anyway.
But keto, sponsor us.
Oh, you know who else?
Club.
Jonathan Madrid.
He is.
I heard he went on keto, and I heard he lost 15 pounds.
That's great for
But it was
him.
all in his head. It was all head weight. His body stayed the same, but his head has gotten smaller, which he needed. Come on, that dude's got a big head. Come on, let's admit it.
He has a big head. sorry, big bro, but it's just true.
You know it's true, J-Mad. Anyway, so no carbs, no dairy, no sugar, no fun, no bread.
No fries.
Which
is easily the hardest for me and my dad.
Bye-bye Chick-fil-A.
It's like when we went to Chick-fil-A today, I was like, this feels wrong.
Yeah, because no
have
fries. Yeah.
And not to have ketchup.
I know. No ketchup. But we have like the sugar-free ketchup, and it's not terrible.
It's not terrible,
but man,
it's not ketchup.
No corn for me. I love corn.
That's easy.
I know you don't like corn. Anyway, so yeah, keto. Listen, prayers. We're going to need your prayers. You don't know nothing about this keto diet. But
we encourage you to go through hell with us, but it's not a requirement.
I'm trying to, I said I was trying to get lean in 18 in January, and I have lost 12 pounds this year the hard way, like really, really, really slowly. But I just feel like I needed something drastic. And so that's what we're doing. We're going keto. So we're going to do it all summer. And then we're going to kind of look on August 1st and see what how it feels.
I probably want to keep doing it through 2018.
Yeah, you going to keep trying?
Like, I feel like that would be the best for me, for you, for mommy.
Yeah.
To just keep on it through the year 2017.
I'm telling you.
Ease it back in.
Justus, if you see they're already working on your thighs on Mondays and Wednesdays, they're getting you fit, right? Mm-hmm. If you lose 10 or 15 pounds and you're just a rock solid machine over there with that smile and that new haircut you got today, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about our haircuts.
Listen, ladies, he got the summer cut. We'll put it on Twitter so you can see it. But I'm telling you, bro, you're gonna be a showstopper. You're gonna be a showstopper, my G. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like your terms.
But it doesn't matter.
I'm not Dolph Ziggler.
Let me tell you something.
I don't stop the show.
They're not ready for you. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
They ain't ready for this.
Because that is one of the other things we did. We went to the orthodontist, found out you've been swallowing wrong your whole life.
Oh yeah, that was like the most like, wait, what? Moments.
It was really random, wasn't it?
It was like, so the reason why I have these teeth is not because of honeybee.
No.
Not because of my genes.
No.
It's because of the way I swallow.
The way you swallow. So the orthodontist basically told us that when you swallow, you thrust your tongue towards your...
I just thrust my whole body.
You're just a tongue thruster. It's not good. It's not... Nobody...
That just sounds...
No.
That sounds...
Hashtag
tongue thruster.
That's the name of this episode. Hashtag tongue thrust. But yeah, you're just a tongue thruster, and yeah, your whole life, I guess you've been swallowing wrong.
Yep.
So he told you a new method for how you can, if you want to practice this at home, you have to put your tongue at the top of the roof of your mouth.
No, it's you have to hit the sides of your tongue.
Right, you have to flatten out your tongue
against your teeth, and then like the rest of it's supposed to go up.
Yeah.
Then you're supposed to swallow.
Right.
It's something like most people do, but if you don't, I don't know how you're supposed to get.
Yeah, while he was telling you how to do it, I was like practicing over and over. I was like, do I swallow that way? I don't know.
I was like, what?
So anyway, several $1,000s later, we're going to get you braces, and on the guarantee that you will promise us that you will learn how to swallow correctly.
I will learn how to not tongue thrust.
No, tongue thrusting is not. This is not.
Look,
I didn't raise you to be a tongue thruster. I will not stand for it. I will not permit it. This is not the way I raised you.
You cannot tongue thrust.
Anyway, with all that said, we saw a movie with a lot of tongue thrusting, right? And that,
A lot of animal tongue thrusting.
Animal tongue thrusting. And so the movie of the week this week that we're going to talk about is a little movie called Jurassic World:
The Fallen Kingdom.
Here we go.
The movie of the week.
Movies, see the movies. Old stuff and the newbies. Movies, see the movies. Fight Club at the movies. Movies, see the movies. Don't sleep on the Goonies. Movies, see the movies. Old stuff and the newbies. Movies. Movies.
The movie of the week.
All right, now this is a sequel to several Jurassic Parks. I don't know how many this is.
This is the 5th, I think, out of 6. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it might be the 6th one. I don't know. Can't keep up
Wait,
with it.
isn't there 3 Jurassic Parks? Then there was Jurassic World, and now this?
Well, I think there may have been 4 Jurassic Parks, but I'm not certain. But I saw the original Jurassic Park in the theaters.
You did?
I sure did.
I
It
was
scared
not
me
born.
to death. It was scary, actually.
It was scary?
It was scary. I mean, can you?
Was it rated R? PG-13?
No, it was PG-13. But Spielberg really intentionally made it scary. There was moments like there's this.
Spielberg
Yeah.
wrote it or directed it.
Yeah, and he did a great job. It was awesome. Anyway, so this movie, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, is the sequel to Jurassic World, which came out in 2015, and it stars.
Which we as a family went to see.
Yeah, we all saw it together. It was 2015, so that's 3 years ago. So you would have been 10.
Ooh, wow.
Wow. Can you imagine that? You were 10 years old. And I think your mom and I talked about whether or not you could handle that, whether you could handle the movie or not. And
I think I loved it.
You did love it. Yeah, you loved it a lot.
Other than like the first time we saw the Indorex and whatever it's called, like coming through the jungle. That was like, ooh, scary to me.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to be scared of dinosaurs. They're freakishly scary creatures. Even to me, a brontosaurus, I don't care that he doesn't want to eat me.
I don't care if it doesn't want to eat me. It will step on me.
Yeah, he can't see me. His head is way up there. He's walking this way.
His head is in the sky.
I'm not fast enough to move away from this fool. Okay.
Wait, wouldn't you just run the opposite
I've
direction?
only been on keto for 4 days, and I'm in the keto flu. If this brontosaurus tries to step on me, I'm toast. You know what I'm saying?
And not the toast you can eat since
No,
we're on keto.
I can't even eat toast. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing about this, Tim Tebow. All right, so let's talk about this movie. We loved Jurassic World.
We did. It was a really good movie, and I felt like the sequel was like the same amount of good.
Yeah, so going into it, though, even as we drove there today, I asked you, what are your expectations for this movie? And I think both of us had kind of low expectations.
Because the trailers were just bad.
The trailers...
I mean, like, really bad.
It kind of felt like one of those deals where it was like a money grab.
Yeah, that's why I was like, this feels like a money grab, and it's going to be a successful money grab, but a terrible movie.
Yeah. I want to say right now in this moment, if you're listening to this podcast, we are going to spoil the movie. In other words, we're going to talk about all the details of it. We're going to give the whole, plot and all the twists and everything that happens. We're going to give it all away. So if you'll look in the comment section of the podcast, you can see where you can skip ahead to Boss Moves. And then if you haven't seen the movie, then go back and watch the movie and then come and listen to what we had to say. So, all that said, spoiler alert, we're going to ruin the movie. Okay, so you had low expectations coming in. So did I, really. It felt to me like maybe a little formulaic. Yeah. Like, this is just the same old, same old. It's just going to be dinosaurs running around, people scared to death. And then in the end, everything was going to work out. Yeah. Which is like, that's how every...
Which is pretty much... sort of like the opposite of what happened.
Yeah, exactly. This was, honestly, this was as much of a kind of like twist ending as Infinity War.
Yeah.
If you really think about it.
If you really think about it, this is almost the type ending of Infinity War, except Infinity War we could have, I guess, a bit expect that to happen.
Right.
Since they already said, yeah, there's going to be an Infinity War Part 2, not named Infinity War Part 2, next year. And
I got to tell you, I'm more interested in what happens next in the Jurassic World, like,
timeline
universe than in anything that's happened so far because of what they did in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. Give us, Justus, if you will, the basic plot of the movie. What happened in Jurassic World? This is our shtick because this is where all the comedy of our podcast comes from. That and tongue thrust.
That and tongue thrusting. And the Tito diet.
I did not raise you to be a tongue thruster. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
So let's hear about it. What happened in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Ready, go.
Okay, so we meet main character 1. Sorry, forgetting names.
All right, let me help you. As you go, we'll pull up some of these names. So the main characters in the movie are Chris Pratt, who plays Owen, right?
Owen, and then the red brunette.
The red-haired lady. What's her name in the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. No one knows your name.
Hold on, let's see. Well, they just say... We're looking at Wikipedia because we don't know the names of the people.
Because we're stupid.
Cast. Here we go, cast. Chris Pratt plays Owen Grady. Bryce Dallas Howard plays Claire.
Okay, so Claire, she works at... So we open up to the film and we see this news broadcast talking about how the Nilolokokoko Island, which holds all of the dinosaurs, is sort of about to explode.
Okay.
So then we cut to people getting a
right. Okay.
fossil.
Let me just stop you for a second. Explode? What do you mean it's going to explode?
Volcano be boom.
Okay.
Boom.
Volcano be boom. When did this turn into the Caveman Ebonic podcast? What are you doing?
Okay, so volcano's gonna explode.
Right.
And it's like, what are we gonna do? We gonna
imminent.
save the dinos, or we gonna leave them to die?
Right.
Which the smart idea would be leave them to die.
I was going to ask you about that, but we'll get to that in a second.
So then we cut to somebody cutting out the fossil of the Inococosaurus.
Okay, it was the Indominus
Indominus Rex. I know. And it's the Indominus Rex. They cut off one of his bones, and they say it's a DNA sample. And they send it up, and then the whatever it's called, sea animal, sea monster thing, that was the thing that swallowed the Indominus Rex in the end of the last film.
Right. Spoiler alert.
Sorry. Okay. So now they got that, and they're gonna try and make another animal, but people don't know that yet.
Right.
And then we cut to somebody, a doctor, saying we should leave them to die, because we gotta be careful, because we'll die too if
the
these
person
animals...
you're talking about is what's his name?
Doctor something.
Jeff Goldblum, who plays Ian Malcolm, who was in the original trilogy.
Yes, Dr. Ian Malcolm is saying that.
And he basically says, like, the senator says something about God willing. And actually, I think the most important line in the whole movie is when Jeff Goldblum says, God has nothing to do with this. Which is to say, like, you know, God got rid of the dinosaurs a long, long time ago for us, and we brought them back. This isn't about God anymore. This is about us.
This is about us being stupid and thinking we're God.
I think so too. I don't know, man. Like
if I'm dumb, I'm saying, look, we're gonna stop being stupid and creating copies of other animals.
Yeah.
We're just gonna stick to being human.
Well, and this is the thing. I guess I don't mind so much if you're going to create a Jurassic Park with brontosaurs and stegosauruses and all the plant-eating dinosaurs.
Or
have at it.
Or since you've shown in these movies that you can change dinosaurs, why not make the T-Rex, instead of a meat-eating monster, into a plant-eating monster.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what they tried to communicate in this movie was that they found a way to change not just the.
No, they found that out in Jurassic World when they were making the whatever Rex.
Come on, man, Indominus Rex.
Okay, Indominus Rex.
You're gonna lose your genius title if every time you have to say that word you say blah 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 blah. I say.
Okay, all right. So now we find out that
Indominus Rex.
no,
Who?
scroll. Candace, Korean.
Candace. Claire? Korean? What are you talking about?
Okay.
How did you get from Claire to Korean?
Okay, what's her name? It's actually Claire. All right.
Yeah.
I got it right. Not Korean.
She is a Caucasian redhead.
Okay, so Claire works for this place that is trying to say animals should be part of the ecosystem,
Yeah.
which they shouldn't be. Then she gets invited to the person that invented the dinosaurs coming back to life, and they're saying we're going to rescue the dinosaurs and put them on this island. Psych trap, we're trying to make an ultimate monster.
Yeah, and that's when in that scene is where we meet the key to the whole movie, which is the little girl who turned out to be Lockwood. Lockwood was one of the billionaire dudes that basically initiated the Jurassic Project 100 years ago or whenever, and he now has a granddaughter who is kind of scurrying about in the house. We never see her at the first part of the movie, and they just say, yeah, he has a granddaughter. And that guy's kind of sick. He's kind of, bedbound. And so then Claire has to go recruit Owen because the key to the whole thing is
They need Owen to get Blue, who is, they say in the movie, the smartest animal alive.
the second smartest animal alive.
Who's the first then?
Human beings.
Okay. The second smartest being
Species. Yeah.
in the world is Blue.
Right.
So they're like, okay, and they're saying like Blue can sense you from a mile away, and Owen is the only person he trusts.
And they've been on the island trying to track him, and Blue's like, you ain't gonna track me, dog.
Blue's like, nah, bro.
Nah, bruh. Right. So Claire.
He's like that kid when you're playing hide and go seek, like, ha ha, you can't catch me.
Right. So Claire goes and recruits Owen successfully. By the way, we also meet who was my favorite character in the movie. His character's name is Franklin Webb, but do you know what his name is in real life?
No.
His name is Justus Smith.
Wait, is it spelled Justus?
Justice.
I almost had complete respect for him. I'm like, respect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Justus is a perfectly fine name, spelled incorrectly.
It's just the name of a girl's underwear shop.
Justice for Girls. First of all, that is not an underwear shop. Justice for Girls is not underwear, goof nut.
No, that's what, Des came up to me a couple days ago and was like, yo, your name's a girl's underwear shop.
No, okay, this proves that Des is the worst source for information on this side of the Mississippi. Hey, bro, you heard about that Tim Tebow diet?
Okay, no, moving on. So they get to the island and they find Blue, and then they find out, boom, they shoot Blue, and they're like, ha ha, joke's on you. We're selling these animals, and they're not going to this island. It was a total
setup.
But we already knew that because they've released that in the trailers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So to me, it was like, bro, that makes
See,
no
this
sense.
is the thing. Once I see a trailer, I do two things. I decide if I want to see the movie, yes or no. Once I decide I want to see the movie, I never want to see the trailer again, and I never want to read anything else about it. That's and then I just take it, I push it out of my mind. Like Creed 2, the preview for Creed 2.
That's going to be my favorite movie.
I've seen it twice now, and I'm like, I don't ever want to see this trailer again. I just want to see the movie. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm so fired up about it.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be one of the episodes we'll do.
That's going to be my favorite movie of the year.
That one looks awesome. That one, and I think that one, the Queen movie.
The movie about like the Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia.
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, that looks like those two movies look like they're gonna be like, yes.
Yeah, I know. I totally agree. Okay, so they recruit these guys. They go to the island. They capture Blue, and as soon as they capture Blue, it's a setup. Everybody's kind of left to die. Chris Pratt's got lava coming at him, and
he's like he can't move. He's like temporarily paralyzed.
Right. They narrowly escape, and then Claire and Franklin Webb, your boy Justus, are running from. Was that a Indominus Rex? What was that?
That was a it's like a subspecies of the T-Rex.
Oh yeah.
It's like the Amparex.
That dude was coming. That was a scary scene. I thought Justus was gonna get ate.
Yeah, and I was like, ooh.
I really did think so. Did you?
Yeah, I did too.
I was like, he ain't
dead.
making out of this one.
He dead.
That scream he let out was the best part of the movie, man.
Yeah.
And it's in the trailer, but it was funny. Okay, so they narrowly escape. They get off the island. Man, that scene where they're running from the lava with the dinosaurs towards that cliff. That's a really great cinematic moment.
Yeah, and then I like the part afterwards where they're like stuck underwater.
Oh.
It was like someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die.
Yeah. So but nobody died.
Nobody dies. Let me tell you a secret. No main character dies in any movie.
No good main character died.
Good point.
But there were several bad characters that died in this movie.
Yeah.
And they died tragically.
The way that the main bad guy died at the end was funny to me.
Yeah, it was. It came out of nowhere.
He was just like, whoop.
He thought he was safe.
He was like, yes, I'm free.
Yeah.
And then it was like,
But we'll get to that. But anyway, all right. So,
you take over.
Then we meet the little daughter, the granddaughter. Yes. We start to get to know her.
And then
she's sassy.
You whisper in my ear, she's a clone.
Yeah, I said to you, so I called it, people. As soon as and this is verifiable.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, as soon as she showed up on the screen, I said, "Oh, she's a clone. That child is not she's not."
How did you know?
I don't know, man. Something about it, just because of what Jeff Goldblum says in his little monologue, where he talks about genetic splicing and all this stuff. I was like, I know where they're going with this. So anyway, the little girl's a clone. We don't find that out till way later, but they bring all these dinosaurs back to the house. So they rescue these dinosaurs off of a volcanic island
to sell them for $25 million each.
Bruh.
Like I would actually be like, yo, you can take the dinosaurs because that money sort of just pay up.
Yeah, that's a good payday.
That's because it showed on the screen he made like $500 million halfway through the show.
Cray. And that was before they saw it.
And that was before they saw the Indoraptor. This little secret reveal halfway through the movie is that not only have they improved the Indominus Rex, they've changed it altogether by making it submissive to specific controls and cues. Like there's this laser deal. Like if you point a laser at somebody and then press this button that makes like a certain noise.
If he sees that laser,
he attacks.
He's gonna attack whoever you're pointing at with that laser. So that's pretty sick.
That's like, ooh. But the thing was, it didn't really work out because it showed if you get near him, he's gonna kill you.
That dude was smart. That's a smart son of a gun. Anyway, so they have this dinosaur auction. They make $500 million, and then one of the dinosaurs gets loose and starts battle ramming all the rich people, which was awesome.
It was like you could see like them like decapitating in half, and it was just like, yes. Like I've never been so happy to see a dinosaur running.
That dinosaur was a one-trick pony, but it was a real good trick.
It was a really good trick. He was just like, Rampant!
Yeah, he was battle ramming those dudes. So then chaos ensues, and our heroes figure out a way to. I don't know if they helped or hurt though, because once again, all the dinosaurs. All the dangerous, horrible, terrible dinosaurs are downstairs in this dungeon.
Except Blue.
Locked up, right? And there's flammable gas that has...
First of all, why have flammable air down there where you keep your most valuable things?
I'll tell you like Jesse Jackson told me. Who could answer such a speculative question? Which is another way of saying, I don't know, man. But yeah, they had it down there. They had flammable gas. It's released all throughout the whole deal. All the dinosaurs are locked in this little area. And who should press the button to release them?
The clone.
The clone.
The clone that's like, and immediately she says, they're just like me.
They're alive just like me. Let me tell you something, little girl, or little thing. You are not a person. You are a creation. And God didn't make you. Somebody else did. So you don't get the right to go kill all of America. Because you...
This is America.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now.
There are dinosaurs everywhere now.
You know what I'm saying? That's a celly. That's a tool. Like, they're going crazy
also,
here.
we're forgetting the most oh yeah scene.
Which one?
When the Indoraptor's about to die, and then he's about to kill.
That's
Chris
what happens
Pratt.
next. Yeah,
No, that was before.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So and then Blue comes out of nowhere, throws him through the glass straight onto like these horns of dinosaur.
Yeah.
And it's just, he roars, and I'm just like, get me a poster of that.
Yeah, you did. You literally said in that moment, you're like, I want a poster of that.
Like,
Which
that
is
was
funny.
just like, oh, yeah.
So now, all of that leads to this moment where the house is on fire.
What's the house on fire?
Yeah, the house is because of all the flammable gas.
Oh, I thought that
The
was
house
just in
is
the
on
bottom.
fire. All the dinosaurs are escaping the house. They're like in California somewhere, right? And
Blue gets to Arizona.
Blue's gone, baby. He's gone, baby.
Like,
gone.
Blue says, he's pretty much saying, it's great to see you, Chris, but I gotta go kill a bunch of people now.
Yeah, what's he gonna do? I mean, he's a natural born predator.
I feel like he went to his natural habitat, which is like the desert. So he's like somewhere in Nevada.
Yeah.
He wasn't near Las Vegas.
And
but
did you notice how his skin kind of adjusted to the terrain at the end? That was cool.
That was like really good detail.
And he's standing over like a suburban neighborhood, like
And he's like,
like looking out at all these people. Anyway, so
and then at the end they say like, "Welcome to Jurassic World," and then it's like boom.
yeah, no, they say we are now living in Jurassic World, which is a crazy thought. So, so anyway, the movie ends kind of like with more within like ellipses than a period. In other words, it's like, bruh, what happens next is gonna blow your mind, right?
It's pretty much like what happens next is either the end of humans or the beginning of a new era of humans.
Okay, so let's go back for a minute because I have a very important question for you. We've just lived through Jurassic World, right? Mm-hmm. And we experienced the Indominus Rex. At the end of the movie, the big giant water monster, who is still alive in there.
And if you saw, is now near the surface.
But that's because of what happened at the beginning.
Yeah.
So anyway, we just lived through Jurassic World. And that island that is filled with terrible creatures who will pluck humans from the sky and murder them.
Yeah.
It is,
I guess most of those guys died because we only saw
it's
like
volcanic,
5.
right? It's about to explode. Mm-hmm. And you are in charge. Like you're in charge of the Senate hearing. What is your decision, Justus? Do you feel like we should go rescue those dinosaurs? Or do you feel like, man, let it burn?
Let it burn, let it burn, let it burn.
Really?
And then with those survivor ones that are still alive, we go out, find them, and contain them, and kill them. Simply said, we weren't supposed to ever see these animals. We should keep them dead.
Right, they're not supposed to be here.
Like, God killed them for a reason. We should know that.
I don't know. If you're listening to this pod and you think that we should be more compassionate towards dinosaurs, tell me why, because I don't get it, man.
Tell me why. I mean, there's a reason they weren't supposed to be on the planet once we arrived.
So that was my issue, like, to me, the whole movie, the whole premise of this movie was we should go save the dinosaurs that we created for ourselves because God has decided to murder them again. Which is, if you really think
he was like, okay, humans, you gotta stop. I'm sort of trying to protect you.
Right, yeah, like, seriously. And so...
He's blowing up an island for one reason, and it's to kill them. Like,
he's blowing up an island to kill these dinosaurs the second time.
He's not trying to say, hey, I sort of have to fix something. He's saying, hey, humans, let me set an example for you. I'm going to kill them.
That's what so I'm just sitting there going, I don't relate to anybody in this movie except for Jeff Goldblum. Because at the top of the movie, Jeff Goldblum was like...
we should kill him.
He's like, yeah, I think the volcano is a great idea.
He's like, actually correct.
And I was like, yeah, that dude's making all the right points. Okay.
Well, you do have to think the Senate said, yeah, we're not going to go save the dinosaurs. But then like they were like, yeah, us, a organization that's doing the black market.
Yeah.
Is going to go save the dinosaurs.
But they didn't know that. They got duped. But anyway, the Senate made the right choice. The Senate
was like, yeah, let's try and keep our people alive.
I think they made the right choice. And they were like, look, we're not going to get involved in what's happening with the volcano.
Tell you, that's the best decision President Trump will ever make. And it didn't even happen.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Just had to
I'm not going to get involved in politics, especially this week with the hotness that's going on. But anyway, okay, so let's talk about favorite character.
Okay.
Favorite character in the movie for you was who?
Justus.
Yeah.
Because he was funny enough to, like, be funny, but then he was, like, cringy enough to not to be cringy. You know?
Yeah.
He was, like, that perfect blend of comedy relief, but also, like, a realistic person.
Yeah. He was smart.
He was.
Smart. He got them out of a couple jams. But
and then he ended up killing a doctor.
He killed a doctor?
Yeah, he killed the guy, I think.
What?
He used those two things, and killed him.
He did?
I think.
He shocked a dude. Is that what you're talking about?
No, he grabbed those two things. I'm guessing they were supposed to neutralize.
No, yeah, he didn't kill him. It was like a taser dart. Or what? It was like a dart that would knock him out. He knocked the guy out. Yeah, I don't think he killed him. Yeah, I liked him. I love Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt.
I thought he was better this...
he was better in this one than the last one.
Than in the first one.
And I like the comedy relief explaining how him and the redhead broke up.
Yeah.
Because it was over him not letting her drive his thing.
No, he wanted to live in a van. That's what he said. I want to live in my van and drive around the country. Don't you want to do that with me? And she said, no, I don't want to do that. You should leave. And then he said, okay, I'm leaving. And he left. And then she was like, I broke up with you. And he goes, no, I broke up with you. I left.
Which is the best way to look at it.
Yeah, that was a good move. It was
like, when you think about it, you didn't leave the place. I left the place.
But if he wanted, check this out. If all he wanted to do was live in a van, what's the first thing we see him doing when we see him?
He's building a house.
Oh, so he hasn't gotten over her, and he's decided, I'm going to build a house and then I'm going to go win her back. That's what I read from that. So he was good in the movie. Bryce Dallas Howard is so pretty. I think she's very charming, and I think she was really cheesy in the first movie because she's like running from dinosaurs in high heels.
Yeah, that was
the whole movie.
Stupid.
And in this one, she had combat boots, so they made a little correction.
They made her at least look like, hey, you're going to a place with a bunch of carnivore eating monsters.
Right. Totally.
I'm not going to call them dinosaurs because they're really monsters.
Well, you've been calling them dinos all day. I don't know where you got that from, but
an abbreviation.
Okay, best scene in the movie.
Easily Blue beating the Indoraptor.
I don't think it was. I like that moment. But dude, that scene, that volcano scene, where all the dinosaurs are running from the lava, and the explosions.
And like they're not trying to kill each other.
And they're in a gyros. No, then they're fighting with each other. Like the T-Rex is fighting with this
the
guy.
mini T-Rex.
Yeah, like there's all these dude, that was a crazy scene.
Yeah.
And it didn't look CGI. Like I was like, how in the world does this look so real? Like, it's amazing what they've done with technology.
I know.
I thought that scene was incredible. How about this? Where do you recognize the Bible in this story? Wait a second. This is going to be heavy. Where do you recognize the Bible in the story?
God taking away something, or God creating something, and then being like, nah.
Well, I mean, if you look at like acts of nature as
He took his wrath out, not on the humans this time.
it certainly
He
happened.
went Old Testament.
It
God.
certainly happened in the Old Testament a lot. I mean, floods were a big deal in the Old Testament. Noah and the ark, right?
He went straight up Old Testament on them, and then preached about not creating animals.
Right.
He dropped the mic.
God dropped the mic on him in
God
Jurassic World.
dropped the mic, and then it just created a volcano.
Yeah,
Boom.
totally. I totally agree with that. I think that's what was special about the movie was from the very beginning they communicated, this isn't about God. We did this to ourselves.
Yeah.
You know?
When God was like, I'm going to pick you up, but first let me teach you something.
Right.
And then the humans were like, nah, we good.
Yeah, we good.
We good, fam. We'll take the dinosaurs.
We good, fam. Okay. Is this movie relevant to your generation and to mine?
Yes.
I think so, too. Great movie. What is the major message or theme of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom?
God didn't do this to us. We did it to ourselves.
Wow. That's deep, isn't it?
It is. It's like, yo, we messed up, and then we messed up again with saving him.
Wow.
So.
That's major. Okay.
That's mage, bro.
That's mage, bro. Major. How
Major,
many
Mikey.
on a scale of 1? Did we do 1 to 5 or 1
1
to
to
10?
10.
1 to 10. Scale of 1 to 10. Justus Fike. How many Fikes would you give this movie?
Give me a drum roll. And the magic number is 8 out of 10.
Wow, an 8 out of 10. So you
I think
give
that's
it.
my second highest.
So an A, not an A plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, good summer movie.
It's a great summer movie. It's a good movie to take with your family,
Yeah.
unless your child's below the age of 8.
Is that do you think that's the cutoff?
Yeah.
So you're 7.5. You're not ready.
Unless you're, like, super into dinosaurs.
Okay. I would give it I'm right there with you. I'd give it an 8. Fist bump. We got it. That's good. All right.
Movie analyst.
So
Boom.
that's awesome. So go see Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. We would advise it. It's really, I mean, there's a couple of little cuss words here and there.
Really, like, the first movie had more cuss words.
There is some pretty significant, like reptile violence in this movie, you know?
Like, it's not like violence where you're like, ooh, let's shield the kid. It's like action where like, oh, yeah.
And it's not cartoonic violence. Like, a guy gets his arm bit off. People are getting battle rammed in half. Like, there's some, like, legit stuff happening in this movie that was pretty, like,
It was,
whoa.
like, pretty, like, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's for the queamish. So if you have kind of an issue with like violence like that, then maybe steer clear of it. But man, for teenagers and for moms and dads, I thought it was an awesome movie. So
All right, but now let's move on to Boss Moves.
Boss Moves. We have a lot to talk about in Boss Moves this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Boss moves. We need bacon. Boss moves. We need bacon. Boss moves. We need bacon. Boss moves. Boss moves.
I really, really, really wish that you all could see the dance moves that Justus does to the Boss Moves bumper. All right, buddy. NBA Draft 2018.
We'll do a quick synopsis. 2 winners, 2 losers,
Okay.
from what you've seen.
I have to give 2 winners and 2 losers?
Yeah.
I don't have any.
Okay. Well, I'll just go. First winner of the night is clearly the one, the only Denver Nuggets.
Wait. That's not clear. I mean, that's not clear.
Yeah, they got Michael Porter Jr., who is projected at the beginning of the year to go number 2. And then we also got Jared Vanderbilt, who was projected to be a mid-first round pick in the second round. And then we got a center from UCLA who could replace Mason Plumlee, which would be my dream.
Okay, I understand everything that you just said, but they're not the clear-cut winner of the draft.
Yeah.
To you, they are.
To me, they are that and another team. But I'll let you go and say
Well,
what
the
are your
clear-cut
winners.
winner of the draft is the Dallas Mavericks.
They gave up a next-year pick.
Because they have in front of them a new Dirk. A new and better Dirk.
I don't know if he's better.
Doncic is awesome. He's going to be special.
Good point.
I think he's going to be really special. So I think they did super good. I think the Suns, my dude, did really good.
That's my other winner. And then my 2 losers would be the Atlanta Hawks, because Trae Young get a pick. That's not that good.
You don't believe in Trae Young?
I don't.
Okay.
And then my other loser would be the Kevin Knox and the New York Knicks. Because it just doesn't look good.
Man, when the crowd...
It was just straight up booze.
I
truthfully don't know anything about Kevin Knox.
The crowd wanted our guy.
Yeah.
They wanted Porter Jr.
So suck it, New York Knicks fans.
You're not supposed to say suck it like that. That's harsh. I didn't raise you like that. I didn't raise you to say suck it. I didn't raise you to be a tongue thruster.
Yes,
Come
you
on,
did.
let's talk
You
about
always
this.
showed me. You would always bring me upstairs, make me watch Raw, and it was always Triple H going, suck it, suck it.
Okay, so Triple H raised you to say suck it, but I didn't. Okay, that's not the kind of family we are. What do you think about Cleveland's pick, Colin Sexton? Do you think that Colin Sexton is enough to lure LeBron back to Cleveland?
No.
You don't?
Nothing is good enough unless you get Kawhi Leonard to lure him back.
Who did the Pelicans draft? Did they get anybody?
Oh, no, they traded their pick.
We got no picks?
Yeah.
That's not good. All right. So you feel like... So what I heard you say was the Suns, the Nuggets, and who else won?
Nobody.
That's it. Those are the best 2. The Suns and the Nuggets, and I think the Mavericks.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun to watch Doncic with the Mavericks.
It's like we're going to go see those games.
We're going to go see games. It's going to be good.
Like last year we went to go see 2-3 games.
Yeah.
And it was like super fun, super great.
We'll go see the Nuggets games for sure.
Yeah, that's what we did. We went.
Man, I hope Porter Jr. is the truth, bro.
I don't know if he's gonna play this year.
Yeah, they might give him a red shirt year.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna be the best for him.
And then if we're terrible this year,
which we won't, we'll make the playoffs.
It's kind of a trust the process situation though. Like if we're bad, which I would rather us be really bad than mediocre. We were mediocre.
We might
this
make the 8th or 7th seed.
Yeah, but I'm saying I would rather us have a really, really bad year and end up like having a really high draft pick again than than kind of being middling. And because that 14th spot, that's incredible that we got a guy that good at the 14th spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the way we got a steal in the second round.
Yeah. I agree with you, man.
I feel like he's going to be the best second round player.
Okay, who's the best player do you think that will come like in 5 years? We look back at the 2018 draft. Who will everybody agree is the best player in this draft? I'll tell you who mine is.
Okay.
Jaren Jackson Jr. Triple J.
No.
Triple J.
Okay, no.
Triple J. He's special, dude.
It's a toss-up between 3 players. Luka, Ayton, and Porter.
Okay, I mean, I want you to be right about Porter, but I'm going to tell you that my dude, Jaren Jackson Jr., Triple J, I'm trying to get that started, by the way. I don't know if anybody's calling him that, but they should. Triple J. I think he's going to do really good things. I don't think he'll do very many good things for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's on the Grizzlies.
But he's gonna show us how good he can be, and then I think from these draft picks will come a super team down the road. Like in 5 years.
Not 5, more like 8, 9.
their first. These guys
Because
first.
after 4 years, they get their restricted free agency contract, and then the team's going to resign them probably for a 3-year, 4-year deal.
Yeah.
8 to 7 to 9 years down the line.
Yeah.
Could be a super.
Yeah, I think there's a super team in the making here. These guys are actually really good players. I thought it was a good draft.
Yeah.
I really did.
I mean, if you think about it, there's already a mini super team building in the Suns.
And the Suns. And I think Atlanta, even though you don't like Trae Young, I think Atlanta is building for the future. I think that they really have their eyes on the prize. And they're kind of in a trust the process season right now.
Yeah.
I do. All right, well, that's it for Boss Moves this week. We're going to have a really brief Stroup Award, and I really like what you have to say this week, so let's get right to it. Every week we do kind of the same segments, and this week I just want to explain the Stroup Award because I think the last couple times we haven't. Stroup Award is given away in honor of Kathy Stroup, who was Justus's all-time favorite teacher, right?
Him or her and Mr. Rob Sullivan.
Yeah. But we couldn't think of a jingle for Sullivan. So the Stroup Award this week will go to someone who has taught Justus something in life. So without further ado, it's time for the Stroup Award.
Stroup, baby, Stroup, baby, Stroup. This award is called the Stroup, baby, Stroup. This is Stroup. This award is called the Stroup.
I love that last Stroup in the bumper. All right, so who Justus this week is getting the annual weekly Stroup Award?
So this week is not going to one person, but a whole group in general, because this upcoming week we will be having Explosion, which is a kid pre-K through 5th grade thing where you can, spend a bit of money, have your kids be there from 9:30 to 12:30. And pretty much, if they're a first grader, I'll be with them. So pretty much, if you have a first grade child, make sure to sign them up to be with the Fight Club star, Justus W. Fight.
Oh, it's gotten to your head already. So last week, this guy from church came up to you and asked if he could take a picture with you because he listens to the podcast. And you have never been more cocky than after that moment. Hilarious. So wait, I'm confused. Who's getting the award?
So on Wednesday I did a training and it was very useful. So it's not really a one person, it's a group of people.
Uh-huh.
And it's the McKinney youth staff.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much them for helping us out, understanding our student helpers, what we have to do.
Explosion.
So if you haven't signed up already, on Sunday, go to McKinney Church and you'll be able to sign up for a certain amount of money.
Are you ready for explosion?
Yes, I am.
I like to call it explosion.
Explosion. Also, you will be able to see my dad sing.
Oh, yes. We'll be singing songs like Superstar. We're going to sing Superstar every day this week.
Seriously?
I'm not singing it. Maggie is singing it.
Ah.
Yeah. We are doing Best Thing.
Ooh.
Kids are going to be doing a little dance to Best Thing. That'll be fun. But yeah, Explosion is going to be awesome. Like 500 kids or something?
It's like 580 children
Wild.
that have signed up already, but on Sunday there's still time to sign up.
Right.
So if you want to sign your child up for a week, Sunday through Thursday,
What a salesman.
of free time, not free, but time where you can go to work and not have to pay a babysitter on the weekly basis.
I think there's probably more to it than just the free babysitting, Justice. There's going to be some spiritual,
Yes, your child will be
components.
able to get to know God and get to know the pastor of John.
Peter.
The Rock, Peter.
Peter. Yes, Peter. So yeah, it's going to be a fun week at Explosion.
Explosion.
And I look forward at the end of this week to hearing from you about your experience in serving Explosion.
Oh, that'll be great.
And I'm proud of you for doing that. It's pretty cool. This is called dead air.
I know.
Okay, just because you are rotating your head left to right and dancing to the song, no one can see you.
That's the point.
So when I look at you and say something, you need to respond.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna just dance.
You know what? Next time we do one of these podcasts, I'm just gonna film you the whole time.
Yes.
Because it is so funny to watch.
You already post those to your YouTube channel, Richie Fike.
Yeah, we know.
Richie Space Fike.
We know.
So if you want to go see it in a different type, you can go watch it on YouTube.
We never talk about that. That's true. The show's available on YouTube. Anyway, all right, going to be a good week at Explosion. Man, that about wraps it up for what was a really good episode, I think, of the Fight Club. Way to go, my dude.
Way to go.
Yeah, man. High fives all around.
Five.
Yeah. And so, listen, guys and girls, we've been doing Question Game a ton the last 2-3 weeks, so we're going to skip it this week. We'll get back next week. We're actually running low on questions, so we need to hear from you. Email me at thefikeclub@gmail.com. Tweet me at the Fight Club. We're also on Instagram at the Fight Club. We're on Facebook. We have the Fight Club fan club page.
Where you can post questions and post anything you want about the Fight Club.
100%. And
you
as
can post
always,
a picture of us acting like we're in the Fight Club. You can post pictures of us in Jurassic World.
Right.
You can post pictures of anything.
And we want to hear from you. We want to hear what you thought of Jurassic World. Whether you thought it was a good sequel or just kind of a meh sequel, you know. But yeah, we want to hear from you. And we're so glad that you've joined us. As always, there's only one rule in regards to Fight Club, and that rule is...
always talk about the Fight Club.
That's right. Tell everybody you know, because we're trying to get them numbers up. You know what I'm saying? And if you haven't already subscribed or liked or reviewed, please do all that stuff. It really does help us.
Which, thank you. Now we can have that.
Yes. If you've noticed at the top of the Fight Club, we now have sponsorship, and it's all because of you, and we thank you for that. So... keep listening. Keep talking to us. We want to hear from you. We love you. We appreciate your time. God bless you. Have an awesome week. Go see Jurassic World. We're out of here. Peace.